Good morning, everybody. Dave Taylor with you again. We are going to talk about siding today. In the past 40 years plus that I've been in business, I've sold thousands of siding jobs. And there has been different materials that have come about during these 40 years. When we started, however, we started with steel siding. We called it U.S. Steel Siding because at that time, the siding company outside was owned by United States Steel Company. So we stole U.S. Steel Siding, and we have sold thousands of jobs of it. The outside panel today is basically the same panel in that it is 29 gauge steel. In fact, all residential sidings are 29 gauge steel. This 29 gauge steel is finished. A painted finish now. At one time it was a roller coated finish. Before that it was an electrolon finish. The finish has changed over a period of time. The thing about steel siding is that yes, the finish can deteriorate. We've seen some peeling through the years, and we've also seen some fading through the years. And where the steel siding touches the ground over a period of time, yes, it will rust. But still a very hail resistant panel. It's done a great job. In fact, this is the panel I have on my farmhouse. It's been on there about 40 years. It's still there and still protecting and still has some problems, but still looks basically very good. The thing about steel siding is that it does not have a built-in insulation. We have a drop-in that we can drop behind it that is about 1/4 of an inch, which gives it some insulation value, which also helps fill out the void against the structure so that it makes it more hail resistant. Plus, a lot of people use a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch foam board behind it, which gives some additional insulation also. Through the years, hail has been the main reason that we've sold as much of steel siding as what we have. It does have a lifetime hail warranty, and like I say, it's a very good panel. Over the past, I'll say 25 years or so, vinyl siding has really come to the forefront. When I first started in 1970, vinyl siding was nothing but sheer junk. In fact, the least little impact would knock holes in it. It would dry out, become very brittle. Through the years, vinyl has become 85% of the siding industry in the United States. 85% of the siding is now vinyl siding. In fact, steel represents only about 4% of the entire siding sold in the U.S., and I predict in the next 10 years probably there will not be any more steel siding. Vinyl does have some problems in that it is not as hail resistant, of course, as steel. However, through the years, with the addition of titanium dioxide, which is a heat reflectant, and with the elasticizers that have been added to the PVC, it has become a very viable product. It is it's not roller coated. I mean, it is extruded, an extruded panel, and it is a very viable panel. This is one that we sell quite a bit of to people that have rental properties, or they have a fixer-upper, or they come to town, buy a house for the kids to live in while they go to tech. So we sell a lot of this particular panel. One of the latest additions, and one that I really like, is this panel, which is also made by Outside, but does have some distinct differences in that it is very well insulated. What you're looking at a panel that's about 1 inch thick. It does have the foam built into the back of it, which gives it a very good insulation value. And as a matter of fact, this panel has proven to be more hail resistant than even the steel because of the insulation and because the impact is lessened by the insulation which goes behind it. A couple of other features that I really like about this panel is that it comes in 16-foot lengths. Average siding panel, the siding I've shown you in the steel and also in the vinyl, they come in 12.5-foot panels. This one comes in 16. That gives you 1/3 fewer seams on your project, and it gives you a panel that will still expand and contract the way it should, so it's going to lay on that wall for many years and it's going to look good. Another feature of this panel that I really like is that instead of locking up like most siding panels do, the lock on this panel it locks down. And once it's locked down, I'll tell you, this lock on this panel is absolutely good for 100-mile-an-hour hurricane-type winds. It's a very, very, very well-made lock. Another thing that I like about the panel is that unlike a hardy board or something, it is built so that when they go together, the insulation is completely covering the outside of the wall. There's no gaps in it. So that's a good feature. Plus, if you look at the corner posts that come with it, the corners are also very well insulated. So we do have several choices in siding, something to fit the budget. I will say this, in fact, I have a letter on my desk. They all start the same way: dear valued customer. Well, this one that I received yesterday informed us that all metal, steel products and all aluminum products were going up an average of 8 to 12%. And folks, as we see oil production cut because the Keystone Pipeline being shut down, we stop drilling in the Gulf and we start reducing our output for our oil, you're going to see prices go up. Well, that's going to affect vinyl siding, that will affect steel siding, that will affect labor, that will affect everything that we use in home improvement. And of course, it's going to increase our cost to do business by our gasoline expenses, etc., etc. It just goes up and up. If you've thought about putting siding on your home, this is a good time to go ahead and do it because we still have some pricing that is very attractive. We have a color selection that is very good, and we have the ability to make your home maintenance-free and reduce your energy cost, make it a lot more energy efficient, and we think that we have a product that you would really enjoy. Doesn't cost anything to shop with us. You can give us a phone call. We'll come out. We'll do an estimate on your home, show you what can be done, help you with the design, the look that you want, give you a price. If you decide that you want to do it, great. If not, we'll put it in writing and guarantee our price for 1 full year. Thanks again. You have a great day. Dave Taylor checking in. See you later.